Veterans this week, an Illinois farm community is building a monument to a soldier who fought with a Rockford regiment more than 140 years ago. As WGN's Larry Potash shows us, what made this Civil War veteran different was the secret that soldier kept for many years.
When Abraham Lincoln called for 100,000 more soldiers to fight the Confederacy, Illinois answered the call. The 95th Company of Rockford was primarily a group of farmers from that area. Albert D.J. Cashier was one of them. This is his registration card from 1862. He was just 19, and he had a secret.
In 1862, it was something that they would punish you for if they caught you.
John Huelskamp of Barrington is an author and historian who researched Cashier for his book, Friends of the Wigwam.
Record shows that Albert D.J. Cashier was a very brave soldier, volunteering for a lot of very incredible and tough missions.
One of those missions was General Sherman's March to the Sea. Not only did Cashier survive bloody battles from Vicksburg to Nashville, but his secret survived as well. After the war, he ended up in Sonneman, a farming community about halfway between Chicago and Champaign. He worked as a handyman and did other odd jobs for 40 years, and no one discovered his secret. Then, one day in 1911, while he was working at the home of State Senator Ira Lish, the senator was backing his car up and backed right over Cashier, breaking his leg. That's when Albert D.J. Cashier's secret was first revealed.
The town physician came over, did the inspection, and at that time found out that Albert was in fact a lady.
The doctor promised to keep the secret, that she was born Jenny Hodgers in Cloggerhead, Ireland in 1843 on Christmas Day. Surprisingly, there was never a lot of suspicion among her fellow soldiers.
They did kid her about her youthful look, the fact that she didn't have a heavy beard, but she always managed to keep her collar very high and usually wore a scarf to hide the fact that she had no Adam's apple.
By 1911, she was in her late 60s and her health deteriorated. She entered the Soldiers and Sailors Home in Quincy. The secret seemed safe for the first couple of years, but somehow her secret was leaked. It hit the papers, and soon the whole country was reading her story.
At that point, fraud charges were placed. No one could believe a woman would actually have gone through the war and survived.
Her colleagues from the 95th came to vouch for her. They confirmed she was the person they fought with during the Civil War. Ultimately, the government let her keep her pension, but perhaps because of the stress, she ended up in a mental institution. 2 years later, in 1915, Jenny Hodgers died at the age of 72. She was buried in full uniform with full military honors. Her home in Sonneman is now in pieces. The town is rebuilding it as a monument to her.
I think what can be learned from this story is that whether you're male or female, you can be very committed to serving your country.
Other women had fought in battle, but Jenny Hodgers was unique. She may be the only one who continued after the war, living as a man for so long. She preserved the Union and protected a secret. Larry Potash, WGN News.
And she got a soldier's burial.